So when my appeal case came up, like a week after this with his man, my judge actually had sense, thank God, and so I got to actually show my evidence. So I got to show her the screenshots of Rob logged into my security back in my Google Home. I got to show her the messages where he said, I can't find you, I'm coming to your job to find you, to talk about how he was stalking me. And Rob was able to, unlike his judge who would not let me show evidence or defend myself in any way, he was given the ability to show evidence. He chose not to. You know what he did? His defense was, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't do that. Sir, you wrote a message saying you're coming to my job to find me. That is stalking me. Sir. And he's like, I didn't hire anybody from the dark web to hack her. Who said that? I thought you did it. You're in IT. I don't know anything about technology. I don't know how hard this is. I thought you did it. You just told on yourself in court because nobody said nothing about the dark web. You were the only one who brought it up. And I'm like, I have a screenshot. Literally, this is Google Home, and it says Rob's iPhone, Virginia. And he's like, I wasn't even in Virginia. Your iPhone was in Virginia. What are you talking about? So as you can imagine, he lost. He did bring up mental health because that's what they do. That's the go-to, right? She's crazy, she's paranoid. So you know what I've done, because everyone wants to throw around this crazy thing. The good thing is, I've been in therapy for a long time. Definitely since I left him, I've never stopped. So because I knew he was going to throw out the mental instability card, which he did, he lied and, oh, she's like been hospitalized all these times. No, I got hospitalized when my crazy mother and crazy sister made untrue claims. Yeah, that's it. So I brought in my therapist session notes. And you know what? I brought in like 3 months of session notes from the past 3 months to put them on record in court. And you know what they all said? She is an abuse victim with PTSD. She's optimistic about her future, but her husband won't stop stalking her. She's afraid for her safety because he keeps stalking her. Oh. Ooh. You look crazy, Rob. Shut up. So I got my protective order, and in this he saw like, oh, she has receipts. She has actual receipts and she's ready to like pull them out. So we had custody court like coming up, even though he had this temporary custody from his crazy judge. I'm guessing that because he saw like, oh no, like she like has receipts to show that everything that I'm lying about is a bold-faced lie. Custody comes around, and how it works is first they start with mediation. I was like, I'm not meeting with him. He is unreasonable. He is lying. I'm not doing it. And they're like, okay, before you go to see a judge and a judge decides, you go to a settlement conference, and because you both like have restraining orders against each other, we can do it via Zoom. You meet with a magistrate, and it's basically mediation because we have to agree. But we like get on our Zoom, 3 weeks or whatever passes, we get on our Zoom, we do our settlement conference, and he's like, Kalicia's such a good mom. I don't have any concerns about the kids' well-being. You just sat in court less than a month ago and said I abuse our kids, and you need to protect them from me. That is on record. They record everything that is said in court. Now you just sat in front of a magistrate. Do you know how insane you look and how you are leaving a trail of just perjury and lies that are easily proven? So he literally is like, oh, I have no issues with her having custody. Like, I can move out of this house and she can have the kids during the school week, and I'll have them on the weekends, and then we'll split them on, like in the summer we'll do 1 week on, 1 week off. And I'm like, this is weird, but I'm not trying to fight with him. I'm guessing he's like, she has receipts, it's stupid to try to fight and get proven to be a liar yet again. So I'm like, I know there's something up his sleeve, I don't know what, because like, he's like, yeah, that's fine for now. And even the magistrate's like, what do you mean for now? Like, no, this is a permanent order. This isn't for now. This is the order. And then I'm like, yeah, I've already filed for custody, for divorce. So she's like, okay, yeah. So like, we'll probably like have to get back together because you have like a divorce hearing, but we'll join all this together. Like, you need to serve him because I'd already filed the paperwork because I hadn't served him yet. And so I'm like, okay, fine. Like, this is over for now. I have my kids back. I've been in the shelter for 2 months at this point. I get to move back in. Like, I don't have any issues with going to see my kids, like spend the night with my kids. My son's gonna be super happy because while Rob had custody, my son had like a sneaker ball at school, and he was like, I can only pick you or dad to bring with me because like y'all's situation, but I want it to be you. And I had to be like, I'm so sorry, I love you so much, but it can't be me because if I go to your school, your dad is going to have me arrested. So he was so sad about that. Like, so many things happened. So I'm like, oh, life is getting better. I just want to like love all my babies, be back in my house with my babies, taking care of them, like just making up for all the missed time. But I know there's something going on because I know it's crazy. It's May at this point. My birthday's in May, and Mother's Day, of course, is in May. So crazy is still like using the kids to try to get near me. So like, I'm FaceTiming my son, and he is walking by like, oh, hey, you're gonna spend Mother's Day with your mom. You should go with your mom. Like, shut up, get out of our business. Weren't you just in court saying like, you don't want the kids around me? Stop it. Then he like literally gave my son his debit card and like told my son to pay for my meal and stuff. And I'm like, no. Like, I literally had to tell my son no. Same thing comes, my birthday comes, I go out with my sons for my birthday, just go to dinner, and Rob definitely bought me a birthday present. And I know it was Rob. Like, my son gave it to me and like tried to lie and be like, oh yeah, I knew you would want this. It was lip liner, and the only reason I knew it was Rob was because last time we'd gone to Vegas, I needed lip liner, and I had sent him to like a CVS or something to buy lip liner, and like that Vegas trip was like fairly recent, so like it just clicked. Like, you bought me lip liner, that's random, but it's not random because the last thing you like ever bought me makeup wise was lip liner because I sent you to the store. So and again, he brought his card, and I'm like, nope, I'm paying for all y'all. I do not want that man's card paying for me. I don't want his presents. I took the stuff because it was my son, and I didn't want to be like, you're lying, give it back to your dad. I took it, never touched it, because God knows what he's done to that makeup. I'm not putting that anywhere near my body. So it's like May like 24th. He wanted 2 weeks before he had to move out. Because of course he's like, well, I need to see like what furniture is there in Richmond. Here's the thing, I bought all the furniture in Richmond by myself. I bought all the furniture in Maryland by myself. And even when he told the magistrate this, I'm like, I paid for all that. Like, if I take it too bad. And she's like, well, that's not how marital property works. And it's like, yeah, but like, being a normal, decent human being, it's like you can buy yourself furniture. The same way I had to furnish Richmond, you can furnish Richmond. Same way I had to furnish Maryland, I furnished both houses, and you want like my stuff, but cool, whatever. I don't care, take it. So he wanted 2 weeks before we switched houses. So we didn't specify a time that we were supposed to switch houses. The day, like the night before we're supposed to switch, my son, my oldest, is like, Mom, what time are you coming? I'm like, I gotta get a locksmith. I am not spending 1 minute in that house with those locks. That man is gonna be up in that house before I even like blink, right? So my son keeps asking, I'm like, why are you like going this hard? Like, your dad literally leaves you overnight. You're 17, you're literally about to be 18 in like less than a week. You'll be cool. Like, I'm finding a locksmith, chill. So I find a locksmith, but he can't come until the next morning. So literally, because we were supposed to switch, but we hadn't picked a time, like my son's like, Dad wants to know when. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. Just tell him to leave. He doesn't need to know when I'm coming. We don't need to coordinate nothing. He just needs to be gone and I'll come when I come. So literally he decides to leave the minute it turns midnight, the day that we're switching houses. And he's like, Dad said you should just come now. I bet he did say I should just come at midnight so you can, come on. So I get my locksmith there the next morning. And like, I'm not going to the house until the locksmith is there with me, because I'm not even about to be in the house alone. And so my son is texting me again, like, oh, Dad wants to know if you're going to be here with the locksmith. Why is your dad? How do you not see what he's doing is not normal? Why would he be concerned about if I'm going to be here alone, who's going to be here with me, what time I'm going to be here, if he's off living his life 2 hours away in Virginia? Come on. So locks get changed. I feel a little bit better, but I'm like, I need to do a full sweep of the house as soon as I get there. Thank God I did, because he had like disabled the lock on the garage door. Like, we had an automatic garage door, but he did it so it wouldn't actually lock. So he could like manually lift it up and open it and like come in the house through the garage, because there's no key needed to get like from the garage into the house. So I found that. And then I found plugged in, he had bought like some device that you like plug in. We had a smart lock. I changed out to like manual, just normal key locks, because I didn't want my kids to have the code and tell him. But he like put something in that you could remotely unlock our smart lock even if you weren't there. And we didn't have that before. So it's like, okay, he's definitely trying to get up in here. So yeah, so I nearly escaped that, and I like ran upstairs and I told my son, like, listen, your dad's really trying to get in here. Like, I know you might think that I sound like crazy, but here's proof, because I know your grandparents have told you I'm delusional, and your dad's saying that I'm just making this up and I'm being paranoid. No, here's the zip tie that he like tied around the garage door so it wouldn't lock. Here's this white plug-in thing that he had plugged in. I googled what it was to show him, like, this is him trying to remotely unlock our door so we can come in here. And I'm like crying, like, I'm just tired of this. I've been here for 1 day, like, this is too much. And my son like hugs me, and I'm like, listen, like, you gotta stop telling your dad like my whereabouts. You gotta stop feeding your dad information, because like my life is on the line. Like, you are going to have him, you're gonna give him the information he needs to take my life. Like, stop. And he's just like, I'm just trying to be nice, like, I'm not trying to piss you or him off. And like, I get that, but here's the thing, like, you can just be like, mom doesn't want you to know that. If he asks questions about me, just be like, mom doesn't like want you to know, because then you get to stay out of it. It has nothing to do with you, it's just me. And he's like, okay. He like hugs me, I'm crying, and I wake up the next morning because I slept in the basement, because he had taken all of my bedroom furniture, my bed, all that stuff, and my stuff was still in the storage unit. I didn't have time to move it yet. So I slept in the basement with my youngest son, and I wake up because I see feet walking by me. There's a window at the top of the basement, and I see feet walking by, and I'm like, this is weird. The backyard, somebody just walked past. Who? So I go, the back door is unlocked. Go upstairs, my son's gone. My oldest son is gone.